guys, welcome back to a different kind of video. Today we'll be talking about Crash 4. I know what you were thinking, Ross, it's not out yet. What we're going to be talking about is what we want in Crash 4. Now, the first thing that we'll be talking about is probably the number one on the list for a lot of people that I've talked to, and it's going to be the replayability of the game. What I mean by this is, how long are we going to be able to play the game for before it gets stale? I think there's a few things that need to be said about this. Number one, we already know there's over 100 levels in this game. What this means is it's going to take quite a while to complete it compared to N. Sane Trilogy, for example. I think the N. Sane Trilogy as a whole has just under 100 levels. So this game has more than 3 previous games combined in levels, which is pretty insane to think about, really. So that it's good on that part. It's got enough levels for sure. Now, how difficult the game is also comes under this as well. If the game is quite difficult, then sure, it's replayable, but it might not be for the more casual player who struggles with the game. They might not want to replay it because it's that hard. So they've got to find a good balance. I think the best thing to do is to have the easier levels at the start and progressively get a little bit harder all the way through till the end, where it gets to the really difficult stages at the end. What else? There's quite a few things that I'll talk about later that also come under replayability, so I'll try not to talk about it too much. I think that covers most of the replayability part. We just want a game that is fun enough and there's enough to do that we can keep playing it for months and months and months and still really enjoy it. So the next thing that sort of comes under the same category again is variety. Now, this is more to do with the actual level creation itself. Me personally, I want a lot of different kinds of levels. So in the past we've had vehicles, for example. I want vehicles back in. I know quite a few people that don't like the vehicle levels that have warped. I think they need to be in simply because if there's over 100 levels in the game, there has to be some variety to these levels. They can't all just be normal platforming levels. That would be ridiculous. We need the normal platforming levels, obviously. Probably majority will be that. I didn't really like them, but underwater levels could be good too, just to mix it up. Ideally change it a bit from N. Sane Trilogy though, because of they just weren't very fun. I'm sure that they've got something in mind for that though, of course. I know that they're doing the inverted levels too, which look very cool and should really spice up the game. So when it comes to variety, I think they've got that covered. I do not have any problems with everything that I've seen so far, and I think they're going to do it justice for sure, and there's going to be a lot of variety within the game, within each level, which will also help with the replayability. Now, the third thing that I'm really looking forward to, or hoping is in the game, is different game modes. Now, I want the adventure, of course, where you just go through the game, do all the levels, whatever. I want time trials in the game. I want secret Easter eggs as well in the levels, where if you complete it, you might, like, if you find something in every level throughout the game, you might get like a secret skin, something like this. What else? Co-op mode. I heard that they're doing a co-op mode. That would be very, very good. I think it's offline co-op though, but that's fine. I can do that. I can deal with that, so that's good. Any other game modes? Actually, we'll go on to the next one because it's sort of under game modes. The fourth thing, there's only 5 things on this list by the way, and the fourth thing is an online mode. Now, let me say this now. If there is not an online mode in Crash 4, this game isn't going to be that replayable for me. I'm going to be able to play it for a few months, sure. Am I going to be able to keep playing it for a year and a half, 2 years maybe? Probably not if there's no online. This game needs an online mode. How good would it be if they had it where it was a bit like Doritos Crash Course, where, say there's 8 players in a lobby, everyone votes for a map from the adventure mode, and it's a time trial basically of who can get through it the fastest. If you die, you just respawn at your last checkpoint, you go through it, and there'll be like a DNF timer if people don't finish, just like in CTR, the exact same setup as CTR, only everyone is a ghost, so you can see them, but they don't get in your way. And you earn coins, to buy cosmetics within the game. Because one thing that is striking me about the game, they're saying, oh, pre-order this to get skins for these characters. Why would we need skins if it's just a single player game? Who are you going to show them off to? Are they really worth it? I believe there's going to be some online mode in this game. If there isn't, am I going to be disappointed? A little. I think a platform game at this day and age needs to have an online mode. I think that carries it. I think that is like the main focus or the main thing that a lot of platform games need that don't have it, and they don't do too well. I think it just raises it to the next level. I think platformers need that online aspect to keep the game just going and going and going, and it just will not die. Imagine if N. Sane Trilogy was released with an online mode where you could just vote for a level and play through it with other people online and try and beat them in the time. That would have been insane. Finally, which is unrelated at all to any of these other ones, all of these come under the same sort of bracket really. The last one is a nice flow. What I mean by this is I want the game to feel good to play. Like, I want to be able to flow through a level and it to feel satisfying to do so. Like, all the movements in N. Sane Trilogy are pretty satisfying to pull off, like slide jumping everywhere, sprinting and slide jumping everywhere, doing a tornado spin over a load of enemies. You know, it all just flows, and they need that. I think the more that you have to wait around at obstacles and you can't just sprint through it if you're good enough, I think that's going to be kind of detrimental and kind of makes the game too slow. I think they need to have a sort of speedrunning aspect to it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I want from the game. And we'll see on October 2nd what it's like. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave your thoughts down below. Anything else that I missed. I'll read every comment. Probably reply to every comment too. And yeah, take it easy, guys. See you then on October 2nd.